What's going on, my trainer club? Today we're going to check out the shiny rates in Pokemon Go for raid bosses and when is the best time for you to raid it. So welcome to the trainer club. Here we go. Welcome back, everybody. Let me know in the comments below, how are you guys doing on your Dialga shinies and how many raids have you done to get those shinies? I want to see them all in the comments below. Are you winning or are you struggling? Because it seems to me like a lot of people are having a little bit of a challenging time doing Dialga to get the shiny as of right now, including myself. It did take a lot. So what we're going to do today is we're going to go over all over the shiny rates of legendaries to see when is the best time for you to raids and what are kind of like the average shiny rates when the Pokemon are in raid weekends in comparison to like week to 2 week time frames, and how can we extrapolate that in Pokemon Go. But before we do that, I wanted to give a big shout out to Surfshark VPN for sponsoring this video. Let's check it out right now. I just want to give a big shout out to Surfshark VPN for sponsoring this video. Surfshark VPN, which stands for Virtual Private Network, encrypts all of your personal data that is going to protect you away from other companies being able to access your personal data and use it. Not only does it protect you from big companies, it also protects you from cyber criminals that may be interested in trying to get your passwords, any type of your personal information that they could potentially use as it is you. So think of a VPN as basically the mediator in between your personal information as you are browsing the networks, so whenever you are anywhere, all of your information will be kept safe. So if you are like me, you travel a lot, maybe you use your computer out at Whole Foods, at other locations, it's very important that you have a VPN to protect all of your information. Not only does it keep your information encrypted, it also is going to block trackers and malware wherever you go. So if you guys do want 83% off, you can go to the link in the pinned comments below and use the code TheTrainerClub right now. Not only are you going to get that, but you can use it on an unlimited number of devices with that one account. Surfshark is so confident that you are going to be protected that they offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on their product. So browse anywhere you want like you never have before because Surfshark has your back. There you go, guys. And since we are talking about Dialga, let's do a shiny check real quick. We just finished up a raid. Will we add to our shiny count right now? We will not. This is gonna be a 2245. So with the shiny check out of the way, let's get into this. And I just wanna let you guys know that this week is Natu Spotlight Hour on Tuesday from 6 to 7. I will be playing in the Santa Monica area. Not only that, I'm going to have a meetup afterwards. It's gonna be at 8 p.m. on the Santa Monica Pier. I will be there, so if anybody is in the area, they wanna come out, feel free to come out. I will see you there. It is gonna be a fun live stream, #1, so make sure to tune in. Hopefully I will get the shiny Natu, which has been over, what, 5,000 checks for me since the shiny has been released. So I'll either see you on the live stream or I'll see you in person. So this is in relation to Dialga, but it's going to extrapolate, I believe, into any of the raid scenarios that are going on, because we have 3 scenarios that we do have to check out. #1, we have raid weekends. Raid weekends are such as the Rayquaza raid weekend that happened back in February, I believe it was. So the raid weekends are basically when there's a much higher chance of legendaries making their way into raids. And also, before I get into this, I don't think that this is always accurate because there are always anomalies during this time. Sometimes you may go out there and raid and have a ton of different shinies show up for you, and other times you may go out and raid and have minimal amount of shinies show up for you. But from what I've seen overall, I'm gonna kind of group it into different scenarios. And then you have the week to 2 week raids. The week to 2 week raids, you have a much longer period of time, so it seems like Pokemon Go does change up the shiny rates during that time frame, right? And then we have the month rate. And the month rate, I think, is probably similar to the week to 2 week rate, but we haven't really seen too many monthly shiny Pokemon come out in quite a while, so I don't really have an accurate count for that of something that like I'm really desiring to raid. But Dialga is out right now. We already had the shiny Rayquaza weekend, so let's play with those 2 scenarios and see what the rates are gonna be as far as percentages goes and what are your chances are of getting those shinies. So first and foremost, let's check out my game real quick. So we have been doing a lot of Dialga raids. So I have 303 Dialga XL candy. They came out on basically Thursday night. So in a couple days, I've done approximately 80 raids or so. We'll check that out here in a second. Dialga and age -7. Okay, so 91 raids caught in here. I've had minimum 3 run for me, so approximately 94, let's call it 95 raids that I've done so far. And let's check out the shiny rates. We've gotten a total of 2. So if you guys are experiencing something like this, and it doesn't have to be just Dialga, this is gonna be a week to 2 week raid type Pokemon if it's after this event. This is the scenario that I'm currently at. It took me, I believe, like 40 raids to get my first one, and then approximately 20 raids later, I got my second one, and I have not got my third one so far, and I have 2 lucky trades with people, and they've done a decent amount of raids, and they have also not get one. And then also Samaya from our Discord, one of the directors, appreciate her, she let me know that it took her about 40 raids to get it as well, so it does seem like it's not just like one person. Like if it was just me, I would accept that maybe this is not working out for me, but since I've heard it from a different bunch of people in different places, it seems like this may be the case. So now let's take this one step further. Let's go Rayquaza and Shiny. Okay, so right here, this is gonna be a traded one. So, sorry, it was in March 27th and 28th, we had a raid weekend for Rayquaza. That's gonna be the 2157. And so that's gonna go all the way, this is the 37, 328 right there. So that's gonna be 8 right there. Let's call it 9 because I have a lucky trade up there, and I'm sure that one of them I have swapped away. And maybe even 2 of them, I'm not exactly 100% certain, but let's call 9 shinies in a matter of 2 days, which is crazy. And just to compare the XL candy, I have 386 Rayquaza candy in the XL form, and I did transfer it. For the Dialga, I have not. So I've probably done right about the same. That's a really, really big difference. We're talking 9 shiny Rayquaza compared to 2 shiny Dialga. In approximately 75% of the raids, I should be about 4 to 5 at least Dialga shinies if we were going there. And there's one more concept I do want to point out to you guys, because there is basically the law of averages, right? When we look at percentages, it's usually over a long period of time, this is what is going to show up. So maybe if I were to do 300 to 400 Dialga raids, maybe the shinies would increase in around 100 to 200, and then over the average of all of them that I have done, maybe the rate would increase to be more of like the Rayquaza, but the Rayquaza was quite common, so that's why I think that it's a little bit different of a scenario. So if we look at the Bulbapedia has mentioned that they have researched, and many people have researched, to come up with a rate of 1 in 20 that you're gonna get a shiny when playing Pokemon Go from a legendary or mythical, which means about 5%. So let's take that into our current situation and break down our numbers. So as far as our XL candy, so for Rayquaza, 386. For Dialga, we have 303. And then we're gonna put a generalist number for XL candy per raid. I'm gonna call it 3.2. I found it pretty accurate because oftentimes you get 3, 3, 3, and then maybe one time you'll get 5, then 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, and then one time you'll get 4, right? So I'm gonna call it 3.2 XL candies per raid, which actually comes out to be pretty accurate here. Because if I plug that in, that's gonna give me a total of 95 Dialga raids, which is what exactly we just said, literally exactly. Granted, I haven't transferred any of them and got extra XL candy, but let's just say it's here even though I have transferred the Rayquazas, and the Rayquaza raids are gonna be 121. So we're not too far off as a sample size to be able to accurately compare these numbers. So now let's compare the shiny counts. We have 9 total shiny Rayquazas, 2 total shiny Dialga. That sounds crazy to say, 9 compared to 2. That's so different, we're not even playing the same ball game at this point. Which then leads us to a shiny rate of 7% for the Rayquaza and 2% for the Dialga. Which means for the Rayquaza, we're getting every 1 in 14 encounters for the legendary we're gonna be a shiny. Not always does it work like that. It can go 28 and then all of a sudden you get 2, right? Back to back, it happens like that. But over the average, that's what we were getting. For the Dialga, right now it's averaging approximately 1 in 50. And let's just say I get another shiny in the next couple raids, we can call it 1 in 33, which is a whole lot different. The Rayquaza shiny rate was over 2 times better than is the shiny Dialga rate. So what's the difference? I think, personally, what happens in Pokemon Go, and I'm gonna give you some recommendations here, is that during those raid weekends, if you ever have the chance to raid for a legendary during a raid weekend, it's gonna be much more lucrative than is a week to 2 week raids, because obviously what we're looking at here is a completely different scenario. So what I think happens is when it is a longer period of time, right? The psychology behind that is you need that shiny, right? So what happens is Pokemon Go modifies the shiny rates so that you are feeling like you're earning something over a 2 week period as opposed to a 2-day period, which kind of seems semi-manipulative, and maybe I'm just wrong with my speculations, but overall from all of the raids that I have seen, drop in the comments below and let me know if you are always on the anomaly side, meaning that you are always in a different scenario than what I'm describing here, and maybe you're getting things easier than what I'm getting. But from what I've seen, in all of the 6,087 plus legendary raids that I have done, and I'm still probably doing them as we speak right now, this is approximately what happens. I'm gonna give you another example right here to kind of confirm the law of averages as well, just to make sure you guys are with it. So for the last, I would say probably 400 to 500 raids, I have not seen any 100% IVs. And then all of a sudden, Mewtwo comes out. I get 100% Mewtwo on Friday of GoFest. On Sunday, I get 100% IV Zekrom right after the GoFest finishes. If you guys wanna check out that vlog, you can check it out up here. And then finally, a couple days later, Dialga comes out, and guess what? I get the 100% IV. So in the last 10 days, I have gotten 3 100% IV legendaries, and I went over 500 the other times, but you can't just say, oh, well, you know, if I just started playing, let's say for instance, well, right here, right now, every couple raids I'm getting 100% IVs. That's always not gonna be the case. I can promise you that. You're gonna go for long streaks without getting 100% IVs, then you're gonna be like, what is going on? The law of averages is taking into place that at some point, it's going to average out over your entire game span. So what I would suggest doing is knowing this, because I think it's gonna help you guys kind of stay sane right now, for one. For two, making sure to take advantage of raid weekends whenever they come out, because it sure does seem like the shiny rates are way higher during those time frames. And hopefully they will produce more raid days or weekends, because it doesn't seem like we have been getting them too often. Rayquaza was one of the exceptions. And most importantly, have fun playing Pokemon Go, and make sure you like to raid because you like playing with your friends. Make sure that you like to raid because you like the experience, and you are not relying your happiness on getting these shiny or 100% IVs, because it will for sure make you miserable in the long run. So check out how to stay happy playing Pokemon Go up here, and I hope this helps you guys play more thoroughly in the future. So I appreciate you guys being here. Likers, commenters, subscribers, Patreon members. Everybody takes their support, subscription, episodes, page to the next level. See you guys out on the next video. Peace. I want to take this time to thank everybody who supports me in every facet. It means the world to me, and an extra special thank you to all my Patreons. I greatly appreciate the extra support to continue to allow me to pursue Pokemon Go full time, allowing me to create my daily video uploads in the most timely fashion for everyone's benefit. Plus, I get the amazing experience of sharing my creative processes behind the scenes and raiding all around the globe with select upper tiers. Thank you everybody for being a part of the Trainer Club. You all mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys out on the next video.